Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and themselves. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league, and what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now, and he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
Guys up! Lead! Line 36! Oh, you got deep?
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Dalton here from the gun. Open man is Uzomah. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They're going to look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Green brings it in. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When you play against Carlos Dunlap, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't. Go. Fire.
Mixon with a first down carry. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Set. 10 logo. Check safety.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
You got 3 down. 3 down.
Lady!
Switch up. Switch up.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. So Dalton now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
They'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
50, plant.
Here's 2nd and 8. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
60 outlaw. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Deep grip.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Carlos Dunlap with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man open, it's Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
To throw here, Dalton. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It's my boy.
3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. He completes it to Boyd. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set.
You.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. This will be Dalton again. He's got his man, Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Andy Dalton now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And it is good. Well, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now back to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check pass.
2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
You ready? You ready?
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And out now, here come the Bengals. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Green brings it in. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. They'll look to throw here. And able to find Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. This is Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now, Bengals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Dalton here from the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And the Bengal fans are probably saying, where has that been?
And they have to, because everyone wants to talk about having a balanced offense. But these two, Andy Dalton, A.J. Green, their connection is vital to their chances of winning.
Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Dalton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And it'll be Dalton again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Got it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
This is Mixon on the draw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On the ready.
36 to Mike. Target.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw here. He's got Green. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Bullock's kick is good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Bengals getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Finding Green complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Another try after the 1st down sack. Dalton. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, you tighten up.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Ready up. 51, Mike 51. Here we go.
Check. Lucky.
Fire.
On 1st down, Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Jim.
Again, it's Mixon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.